back like we never left. What is good, everybody? If you're new to the channel, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Weav, and here on my channel, we coach you on 3 crucial aspects of your life. First, on your personal growth and development. Second, we continue to encourage you in your professional careers as you continue to ascend in business and entrepreneurship. Third, we always help you to build, maintain, and nurture long, lasting, and more meaningful relationships. Today, we discuss next moves if and when your ex realizes that your breakup, it was a mistake. Now, you know how I am. I don't like to waste time, and I'm ready to get into it, so let's do that right now. Listen to me. Whatever you do, never run back to what broke you. You know the feeling of finally getting over and moving on from a breakup? It's freeing, right? It's a level of feeling like there's been a weight lifted off of your shoulders. Why? Because a lot of times you become so emotionally invested in your relationship that it's hard for you to detach yourself and quote unquote move on. And that is not an easy task because most times you struggle with your mindset after a relationship ends. You continuously wonder and think about your ex. You consider the what ifs of whether you could have done something differently. You wonder how they are because you haven't had any contact with them. You might even creep on them through your friend's social media page to check and see their activity. But then, after a while, you figure out for your own sanity that there is a need for you to move on because life can't stop because of that breakup. So now it's months or maybe even years later, and you have healed. You have developed a new sense of normalcy, and you can function without worrying and having anxiety about that old relationship. So much better. And now maybe you reconnect with your ex. They reached out and just asked how you're doing. Or they heard through a friend that you are doing really well. And the two of you begin talking a little more regularly. They start liking your pictures, wanting to hang out with you. But there's a problem. Wait, what problem? The problem is that you're confused as hell right now. Why? Because why all of a sudden are they trying to have a change of heart? Why do they want to talk to you now? Why reach out to you in the first place? More importantly, why are you going back to speaking with them again after that heartbreak that you dealt with? Like, just what the hell is going on? Well, what quite possibly is going on is that your ex realized they made a huge mistake in leaving you. And now they are trying to revitalize that into something new. So what should you do? Because now you have a few things to consider. You heard me say earlier, never run back to something or someone that broke you. So how broken were you after that relationship ended? How many sleepless nights did you have? How much anxiety did you suffer each and every single day? How many times did you go back and look at your phone to see if they text or called you? How many times did you cry and get emotional every time you thought of them? How much anguish did you put yourself through for blaming that person in the mirror for how it ended? No matter what the reason for that breakup was, it is incredibly important for you to understand 2 things. One is that it's okay for you to not go back and re-date an ex just because you're familiar with them and you love them. 2, just because you had an emotional attachment to them, it does not mean that that relationship is healthy for you and will help you grow. And I'm not saying by any means that maybe you messed up and you ruined a good thing before. But I am saying that relationship is there to help us grow and mature into better versions of ourselves. So many times in a coaching session, I see people trying to rekindle an old relationship, to win an ex back, to create the same energy they used to have. But people grow out of what they used to be, right? They set new expectations. And just all around, they change, and hopefully for the better. I know it's easy. It's easy because you're used to the things that they're used to. You know their personality. You know their sense of humor. You know their family and their close friends. You know they are beautiful and great in bed. And you also know that they probably really love you. So ultimately, what you need to decide is if this is something where you are deciding to rekindle that relationship because you feel it will make you better. How are you going to feel if they come back in your life and that relationship fails again? Are you going to feel better or worse than you did that first time where you were broken? Are there other great potential men or women you could be dating right now or in a relationship with? And if there are you willing to compromise that for what you think is a potential for a future with your ex? And I'm by no means telling you that if your heart is still in it, that you shouldn't do it. But you have to make sure you are selfish in this decision you're making, no matter whether it was your fault or not. Because reality check, you are going to have to live with the repercussions of your decisions. You are going to have to deal with the hurt 2 times if necessary if this ends badly again. You know the old saying, if it's meant to be, they will come back to you? Yes, it's possible. But what's missing from that old saying is that it may come back, but that doesn't mean it'll come back the same exact way. So if it is something that was toxic and unhealthy, something that involved lying and cheating, something that involved tons of arguments and jealous behavior, stay far away, because now you are just reigniting the same problems that you already got over before. And here's the thing, start giving yourself credit for moving on and building something new. Sometimes change is necessary in order for you to continue an upward trend in your life, in order for you to attract the things that you truly deserve. You don't have to run back to old things just because you know it, just because it's a sense of normal for you. In order to progress in your relationship and build unbreakable bonds with new people or those that we love, we have to step out of our comfort zones. So decide today if this is something that is going to make you better, stronger, happy, and overall improve the quality of your life if you realize, hey, let's try again. If the answer is yes, then go for it. But if you have any hesitancy, and I mean even the slightest bit, if you have to give it a second thought, then trust the vibes you get, because that energy, it never lies. As always, thank you to every single one of you for tuning in and checking out this video today. And if no one has told you this already today, I genuinely appreciate you. If you are new to the channel, become official to the squad by hitting that subscribe button and bell notification down bottom and become an official part of the team. I'll be back soon with another new video, but in the meantime, have an amazing day. Stay strong and stay inspired, and as always, until I see you guys next time, peace.